Welcome student to this part where we will discuss application of derivative, and this one will be chain rule addition. So we will do chain rule in application to word business. The first application, we have the revenue function of selling a product is given by this formula here. We need to find the marginal revenue when 100 units are sold, and we need to interrupt the result. Now remember, marginal revenue, this is another word of saying we need you to find the derivative. So all what you need to do is find the derivative. Let's find the derivative, and I will use the chain rule along the way. First of all, 1500x, the derivative is 1500. And then, in order to find the derivative of this one, we will apply the chain rule. So forget about whatever is in our function. How do we find the derivative of something to the power of -1? The -1 goes down and we subtract 1. So this is the -1 will go down and we subtract 1, it becomes -2. Now we write the inner without changing the inner, and then we continue by finding the derivative of the inner, which would be just 2x. Of course, derivative of -1000, this is just 0, so if you want, you can just write it as -0. Now, we find the derivative. All what we need to do is we need to substitute 100, because it's exactly, I need the answer to be when I substitute 100. And then we just need to find whatever the answer will be. Which will be just 1000 minus and here 2. Which will be just, in approximation, will be $1,000 will be just $1,500, which means for every unit sold after 100 units has been sold. So if I go from 100 unit to 101, the revenue will increase by $1,500, which means it could be something worth for the decision making to make a decision to buy it. So in this example, we just use the chain rule of taking the -1, subtract 1, keep the inner untouched, and then find the derivative of the inner. Example number 2, if the demand for Q unit of a product is given by this formula, find the rate of change of the demand. So what is the rate of change of the demand? Another way of saying the derivative. So remember, the price is given by this formula, which I can rewrite it. Remember, sometimes we need to rewrite it, so it will be 100 to the power of -half. Now, it's a very easy chain rule. First of all, if you have -1/2, something to the power of -1/2, it will go down and I will subtract 1. So it will be -100 over 2, because it's -half. Or just let me do it step by step here. So it could be 100 times -half to the power of 3 over 2. Now the inner function, we will write it without changing the inner function, and then we go and find the derivative of the inner function, which will be just 2. If we simplify this one, the final answer will be -100 2 cubed plus 1 negative 3 over 2, which can be written as negative 100 square root of 2 cubed plus 1 to the power of 3. And that's the